begin with breaking news.
That breaking news we're following from the Sierra. One person is dead and another is hurt after an avalanche at Palisades Tahoe Resort.
We responded to Palisades Tahoe for the report of an avalanche. As we arrived on scene, our Tahoe Nordic search and rescue team responded also, but at that point in time, Palisades had a large amount of rescue individuals up on the mountain.
Emergency crews spent hours combing through snow drifts for possible victims. 4 people were caught in the slide. Thanks for joining us at 4. I'm Lisa Gonzalez.
And I'm Ty Steele. That avalanche happened around 9:30 this morning on the Palisades side of the resort, specifically above the GS Bowl area of KT22. This was the first day of the season for the run. We have live team coverage of this deadly avalanche. Chief Meteorologist Mark Feiner will have a closer look at the conditions at the resort.
That's right. But first, we begin with KCRA 3's Brittany Hope live at Palisades Tahoe. Brittany.
Yeah, Lisa, first we'll start with a little bit of the conditions here. It is so windy right now. The snow is blowing. You can see how difficult it made those search efforts for folks. Now, as we were setting up for our live shot, a woman walked next to us and she just pulled me aside and said, you know, before you go live on the air, I want to tell you how hard this is for our community, for everyone who lives here, who works here. At this point, there's just a few people left, and most of them are locals. The rest of the resort is really quiet. It's totally closed now. Just behind me, I know that visibility is pretty tough right now, but we're giving you a look at the mountain and a look at the lifts. What makes this, I think, even well, someone passed away on the first day that KT22, a really popular lift, was set to open. Someone made the decision. The group of scientists who go up to the mountain to ski the avalanche control, they at that point at 9 a.m. this morning, officials say they believed it was safe enough to let folks on. We know that that avalanche happened not even an hour later. Now, just before coming on camera, we spoke with a man who's from Carmichael in Sacramento. He said he drove up here yesterday before the storm so that he could ski today. He said he woke up this morning. He saw how rough it was outside, so he was surprised when he even heard that things were open at all. And then that is when he saw the massive emergency response. We'll show you what he said.
First, I was over near the base of the KT22 chairlift, which is the chairlift where the slide occurred. And I just hung around watching for a while and shot some of that video of the ski patrol taking up avalanche probe poles and safety gear, and many ski patrol coming in and riding up that lift to participate in the search. And then as I was there, I saw a snowmobile, ski patroller snowmobile, come down towing a sled with an individual in the sled. And they went over toward the clinic by the Funitel base and put somebody on a stretcher and brought them in the clinic. And then I noticed many emergency vehicles around the clinic.
And now at this point here, again, the resort is really, really quiet and visibility is really low. We do know that 4 people were caught in this avalanche. One of them, an adult man, died. Another adult man was hurt but is expected to be okay. And officials say that 2 other people were caught in the avalanche, but they were able to get out themselves or with help from a partner. As for the person who passed away and the person who was hurt, officials tell us that they are not from the local area. They were both guests who were here for the day and who had come in from out of town. We're still working to learn more about who those people are. Identities have not been released, of course, out of sensitivity for their families. They're not local, so folks are searching for their families right now. But we are expecting to hopefully get more updates as the afternoon and evening carries on, as investigators look more into the avalanche and ask questions about the safety of it. Again, the decision was made at 9 o'clock this morning that they could open K22 for the first time this season. Not even an hour later is when this avalanche happened, where folks were skiing. For now, we're live at Palisades Tahoe. Brittany Hope, KCRA 3 News.
Brittany, thank you so much.
All right, we want to bring in Chief Meteorologist Mark Feiner with a closer look at the conditions that might have led to this.
So I'm going to map this out for you. First, here is Highway 89. Lake Tahoe is down there. Here's the Olympic Valley, and it just is right next to Alpine Meadows, and all the area is now Palisades. So let me focus on where the avalanche avalanche happened. This is the crest of the ridge right in here, and the chairlift comes up to this. Now, if you look at this, this is a ridge right in here, and there's a ridge right in here. When you get the winds, like Brittany was just showing us, that can go over these ridge tops and cause what we call uneven loading of the snow. In other words, you could have 3 feet of snow in one place, a foot at another, so the snow load can be very uneven because of the way the winds interact with the snow coming off these ridge tops. Let me pivot around here just a little bit. So down here, that's where Brittany was looking up at the hill, and so this is the area where the slide happened. So this is called KT22. Now this is very steep, up around 8,000 feet here, and it drops rather quickly down to 7,000 feet. So you have these very steep slopes that have that freshly loaded snow on it, and even though you put ski patrol out there to figure out whether or not it is safe, you can still find areas where you can get a slide that happens. Now they have had some snow recently, even though it has been a relatively dry season so far. In the last week we've had some pretty good snow, and of course adding to that today was 16 to 20 inches of snow. But I also think that wind has probably contributed to that because of, like I said, the uneven loading that you can get in that area. It's also kind of odd for that area to get an avalanche at this time of year when we haven't had that much snow. We have had frequent avalanches there, but usually they're in February or March, and also usually in much bigger snow years. Back to you.
Thanks for that insight, Mark. And this same area has seen several avalanches in the past. Last year, in fact, in Olympic Valley, an avalanche hit a 3-story condo building. No one was hurt in that, but people had to evacuate the complex until things were deemed safe.
In 2020, there was a deadly avalanche in Alpine Meadows, just on the other side of the mountain from today's avalanche. 34-year-old Cole Comstock died. His friend was rushed to the hospital with severe injuries.
And one of the most well-known and tragic avalanches to hit the Tahoe area happened back in 1982 in Alpine Meadows. 7 people died in this one. But in the middle of the tragedy, there was also a miracle. Anna Conrad was found alive 5 days after the avalanche.
It was miraculous. Right now, the snow is still coming down in the Sierra. It's making for tough travel conditions on I-80. Chains are required from just east of Baxter to Truckee. Take a look at how things have changed over the course of the day. This is I-80 at Castle Peak at 10:30 this morning, then 12:30 this afternoon in the middle, and then 2:30 this afternoon on the right there. Cars getting through, but definitely more snow on the roads there covering those tire tracks. A lot harder to see as well.
Yeah, let's get over to Highway 50 now. This is a live look at Twin Bridges, and you'll need chains on 50 right now from Pollock Pines and to Myers, and you can see in this video why the roads are pretty much covered by snow. We have live team coverage of the Sierra snow. KCRA 3's Michelle Bandura is standing by in Strawberry with a closer look at the conditions on Highway 50.
But first, let's get back to Chief Meteorologist Mark Finan tracking radar for us. Mark.
So for those of us down on the valley floor, it's really interesting to see how much snow is falling in the Sierra, considering how little rain we have been seeing. But this is about what our models had been showing, that the valley would just see a few showers today where you get up the hill, and we are turning it into some really good snow. There are scattered showers in the valley, as you can see here and there. And that's what we'll likely continue to see through the rest of the afternoon. A shower here, a shower there, but nothing all that steady and nothing really to interfere with your plans. There is some heavier rain right now along Highway 50 from El Dorado Hills through Cameron Park, Placerville, and Camino. And then you get to the other side of Pollock Pines. This is about where the rain snow line is. And this is one of the things that did change today is the models came in a little bit warmer. We thought the snow level might be a little bit lower. So this is Pollock Pines right now. And as you can see, the fresh snow really not accumulating that much. We thought we might get 4 to 8 inches of snow at Pollock. That's not really happening. But this is where the chain control point is on Highway 50. So from here on up the hill, that's where you get the snow. And that really diminishes the amount of snow that we'll see below 4,000 feet as well. On Interstate 80, you'll find the same thing. It's rather snow packed. Let's go to where about the snow line is. This is around 5,000 feet on Interstate 80. And you can see the road is snow covered. Baxter is where they put on chains down the hill. And yeah, that's just a slow, long drive. The road is open, but it just takes you forever to get over the hill in these kind of conditions. Back to you.
Thank you. And slow going for drivers on Highway 50 heading over the summit to Lake Tahoe. That snow's been falling all day.
Yeah, KCRA 3's Michelle Bandura continues our team coverage right now in the 4 o'clock hour. She's live in Strawberry. We could see a lot of snow all around you, Michelle.
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's like somebody is just taking the snow and throwing it at me at every single direction because it just is hitting my face. It's all over the camera. The big problem here is obviously the wind. Mark's going to have to give us the exact definition of a blizzard, but it kind of feels like blizzard conditions coming from my Nebraska days. It may not be exactly that, but because we've had sustained winds all day, and then these gusts come up and really make things difficult. I just want to give you an example of what we have here. So you see this red truck. This is the employee of the store here at Strawberry General Store, and he arrived to work at 2 o'clock. There was no snow on it. Well, now if you look at it, you can see we've got the snow just sticking to it, piling on. So that's kind of the situation here as the snow really started to come down this afternoon. But earlier today, we were there when Caltrans had their chain checkpoints go up, and they had the chain checkpoints go up, and we were there as they did that, and there was a lot of slow going as people were, trying to get those chains on. And it was just mainly wet roads when we first started up here with fog and sprinkles until we hit Kybers. As we headed east and into the higher elevation, that's when that snow and the wind, as I said, really picked up. We found a caravan of friends pulled over to get the chains on their vans, nearly 30 friends who are getting together for a late holiday trip in Tahoe, but they think it might have to be cut short because of the weather.
It's pretty cold, like freezing. Super cold, like freezing. Yeah, it's like this is my first time seeing snow actually.
Wow, what do you think?
It's pretty awesome. It's just like touching the ice. Yeah.
It was fine, but from now on, it's a bit tougher. So, which would be, I think, a bit challenging from now on. So, yeah.
Yeah. Are you nervous? Or you think
I
it'll be
mean,
okay?
a bit because the roads are like big, slippery. So, I mean, we'll see. Yeah.
Well, he's laughing now, but hopefully they made it safely to their destination, and luckily maybe they can just switch off drivers because there's so many of them. But back out here live, this is a live look at Highway 50, and you can see it is pretty much snow covered, and again, the wind just blowing the snow. It's not whiteout conditions, that's for sure, but it's definitely makes visibility hard here to drive while you're traveling on Highway 50. And so we've just got, I can see there's like folks who are traveling here on Highway 50, and it's pretty slow going. You got to have those chains on, and so if you don't have the correct vehicle, of course you need those chains. But woo, you can really feel this wind picking up out here. This is what I'm talking about when you get suddenly one of these gusts coming up, just really blowing us around here and just making it miserable to not only stand out here, but imagine driving out here, guys. Reporting live in Strawberry, Michelle Bandor, KCRA 3 News.
It's the wind that makes that cold bite, Michelle. So have you seen any Caltrans crews out there today?
Yeah. Yeah, we have. They're coming in two trucks. They'll come on the highway here with their blades down, trying to get the snow off. As you know, most of Caltrans equipment is over on Interstate 80. They do have about 50 crew members here on Highway 50 trying to keep up with this. But the blowing snow here, as you can see, really makes it tough to keep up with trying to keep that snow off of Highway 50. Back to you guys in the warm studio.
All right, Michelle, get back in that live truck and warm up. Thanks for that live report. And don't forget, you can track the weather in your neighborhood or wherever you are. Download the KCRA 3 app and use interactive radar to see where it's raining or snowing.